What's up, YouTube? This is your friend, the neighborhood movie nerd, back to give you guys everything that is going on in the world of movies and TV. I've been away for quite a while now. Well, my mind has just been about ready to explode because of school and everything. Oh, and I have a beard now. Sort of. I like to think of it as a beard. It's really not that much. But I'm going to get back to reviewing movies, and this is my review for Game Night.
You missed it.
Thanks, baby.
This is instructions on how to remove a bullet. It didn't have rubbing alcohol, so I got you this lovely shard.
Good idea. Way to pivot. What is helpful in country living?
Oh, that's for later. There's a corn chowder recipe that looks really good.
Oh,
you love corn
sweet.
chowder,
I do.
huh?
Yeah.
Let's cheer
Thank
you
you.
up.
Game Night is directed by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daley, the director of two of my favorite movies that have come out in the last couple of years, Vacation and Spider-Man Homecoming. Actually, no, they didn't direct Spider-Man Homecoming. They helped write it. Whatever. It's not important. It stars Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams as Max and Andy, two extremely competitive people who are very much invested in their annual game nights with their friends. But when Max's brother Brooks, played by Kyle Chandler, drops in on them unexpectedly with the game night to end all game nights, Max is immediately thrown off due to the fact that his competitive nature is born out of spite for his wealthier, significantly more successful brother. But when Brooks is kidnapped, Max, Annie, and their group of friends, played by Billy Magnuson, Lamorne Morris, Kyle Bunbury, and Sharon Horgan, must find him by the end of the night. There's only one problem though, and that's that they still think they're playing a game. So this movie was extremely entertaining, wildly funny, and here's the most shocking part, surprisingly well written and well directed. And I use those last two terms very deliberately because when it comes to comedies like these, they're usually very cheap, very bland sets, non-dynamic lighting, generic shots, and a whole host of other cheap cut-arounds that have really diminished the quality of a lot of comedies that we get nowadays, which is why it is so refreshing to see that this movie was as well made as it was. Not only that, but the script, for something that seemed fairly straightforward and simple, was actually amazingly well written, considering this story had a ton of twists and turns that I legitimately did not see coming. And a lot of those twists had to do with how good these characters were. This is probably one of, if not the best comedy ensemble I've seen since quite possibly The Hangover, and it's even tougher to do here because it's more people to flesh out. Now granted, the writer does take a little bit of the easy way out when it comes to developing some of the side characters by kind of just making the whole point of their arc just one joke per couple, but the jokes were really thought out and well developed, and the actors all did a really good job. Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams are spectacular. They both have really great chemistry, and I supremely buy them as a couple. So Jason Bateman has this stigma of kind of always playing the same character in all of the comedies that he's done over the years, but the thing is that he's so damn good at it, and he manages to always make his characters just have so much more charm, charisma, and just overall intelligence than is usually required, and that's why I really never have a problem with him, because he's also a legitimately great actor. Watch Ozark if you don't believe me. McAdams is also somebody who I've always heard is really great, but I've never really seen that much from her, so I've really had nothing to base it on, but considering the fact that again, I didn't have anything to base it on, I would say she's got some really good scene-stealing moments in this. Now, for the supporting players, I could tell from the trailers that Kyle Chandler and Jesse Plemons were both going to be complete scene-stealers. Chandler is so smarmy in this movie, and you can just tell that he is having an absolute ball with the role that these writers have got for him. And Plemons does such an amazing job of taking that creepy neighbor mantra and just amping it up to a new level of ridiculousness for comedic purposes. There are literally just shots that hover on him and just slowly pan in, almost like it's in a completely different movie just for comedic purposes, and it is brilliant. Also, without spoiling anything, one of the biggest twists of the movie revolves around his character, and it pays off in one of the best ways possible. I also have to give a major shout out to Billy Magnuson in this movie, because he as an actor has just not impressed me with the last couple of roles that I've seen him in, but here, his comedic one-liners really help to establish his character as just this idiot who just unintentionally spouts wisdom without even realizing it, kind of calling back to one of my favorite characters from one of my favorite TV shows, that being Johnny Drama from Entourage, and it really makes for a lot of the laughs that I got from this movie. I do have a couple problems with this movie. I don't think it's amazing the way everybody does. I think it's really good and really well written and really refreshing, but I do have one big problem with it, and it's a problem that I kind of have with a lot of the comedies now that we get nowadays, even the good ones, which is that the message behind it is just a really super easy, quick fix, and that's not necessarily a detriment to this film, and like I said, it really is just a problem that I've had with a lot of the comedies that we get nowadays, and I've just been seeing it so many times now that it's really starting to get old, and without spoiling what the actual message is, the fact that it is so simple and easy to grasp really kind of takes away from my overall enjoyment of it. Again, not necessarily a criticism of the movie, but just more so with the genre, which really I think needs a fresh new set of of eyes to introduce just a little bit more complexity back into it. With all that being said, Game Night is a very refreshing take on a genre that has had a lot of duds recently, a surprisingly well-written script, great interesting characters, and a third act twist to end all third act twists, all help make you forget this simple message that this film falls victim to by the time it ends. I give this movie 8 out of 10 stars. That is it, that is my review for Game Night. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Do you guys like the beard? First and foremost, it doesn't matter if you guys like it or not because it's my face, not yours. Leave your comments below. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Go to my website. You guys know what to do. I've said enough. I'll see you guys next time.
Go!